What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the UFC News Hub. Today, let's get started with Alexander Usyk recently called out Alex Pereira for a boxing match. In response, Pereira posted footage last night showcasing his powerful striking skills. The video features Pereira delivering heavy blows against Korean heavyweight boxer Kim Hyung-yu. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an update.
Kamu sepeda banget kak. Ayo mulai 해보. 뭐가? 오른손 올려.
Fans are now speculating whether Pereira will step into the boxing ring for a showdown with Usyk. If this fight materializes, it will be one of the most significant crossover bouts in combat sports history. Ilia Topuria goes off on Paddy Pimblett. At one point, the rivalry between Paddy Pimblett and Ilia Topuria was so intense that they had a physical altercation in a hotel lobby leading up to UFC London in 2021. Topuria was enraged by comments Pimblett made about Georgians, even vowing to take Pimblett's life. While there was some talk of Topuria moving up in weight to settle their feud, the fight never materialized. Instead, El Matador dominated at 145 pounds and eventually won the title. With speculation about Topuria moving up to lightweight, Pimblett has once again called him out. In response, Topuria fired back on the Full Send podcast. At the time, Paddy had a lot of hype, but as a fighter, come on man, please don't even compare me to that bum. We are on completely different levels, and everyone knows it. He was disrespectful to me and my country. He acted like an idiot. I hope we don't run into each other because I'll take his head off. He tries to build hype by mocking people, but that's not how I do things. Though there's no official fight between them, if Topuria moves up to 155 pounds, he seems to have his sights set on an opponent ranked higher than Pimblett. Ilia Topuria wants to fight Dustin Poirier, featherweight champion. Ilia Topuria has also expressed interest in fighting Dustin Poirier. While Topuria is rumored to be defending his featherweight title in a rematch against Alexander Volkanovski at UFC 314, he has stated that he plans to move up to lightweight. Topuria shared his excitement about a potential bout with Poirier on the Full Send podcast. Just imagine a fight between me and Dustin Poirier. I love that dog. He's a true fighter. You know what I mean? He steps into the octagon and fights until the very end. Having someone like him in front of you trying to take your head off is an exciting challenge. It would be a great fight for me and the fans. Merab Dvalishvili talks about his next UFC fight. In an interview, Merab Dvalishvili recently discussed his plans for a return to the octagon. He revealed that he is targeting a fight in either April or June and has his sights set on a rematch with Petr Yan or Sean O'Malley. I want a rematch, either with Sean O'Malley or Petr Yan. I think the UFC is considering the same for my next fight. April or June, I'm ready. I'm just waiting for the contract. I'm prepared to give the fans another great fight. Dana White and the UFC forced to cancel fight at the last minute. Dana White and the UFC were recently forced to cancel a scheduled bout at the last minute. Multiple MMA insiders say the fight between Jared Gordon and Maheshate Maheshate at this weekend's event has been officially scrapped. Despite Gordon gaining weight, the fight was abruptly called off. While the exact reason remains unknown, sources suggest it may have been due to an issue involving Maheshate. Bilal Muhammad, who has been feuding with Gordon throughout the fight week, reacted to the news, saying, "Man, Jared just can't catch a break. Fans must wait for further updates regarding this unexpected fight cancellation." Nate Diaz's private conversation leaked hints real intentions for UFC return. "The only thing that interests me in the UFC is fighting someone doing something good," said Nate Diaz when discussing a potential return to the promotion. Since retiring in 2022, Diaz has been the subject of much speculation regarding a comeback, as many UFC legends have done before him. There aren't a lot of big names in the UFC right now, but I feel like they're coming. No one stands out to me, he told MMA Knockout on SI in September 2024. Since his retirement, Diaz has competed in 2 boxing bouts, losing to Jake Paul but securing a victory against Jorge Masvidal. Though he hints at a UFC return, nothing has been confirmed. However, a UFC insider has revealed a potential pathway back into the octagon with a possible opponent in mind. During a conversation with Daniel Cormier on Good Guy, Bad Guy, Chael Sonnen pointed out that Diaz and Dustin Poirier have been exchanging words recently, which could lead to a fight under the UFC banner. Reflecting on Poirier's career, Sonnen suggested that the Diamond should give Diaz a shot. Dustin has been around for so long and has given many different fighters opportunities. I'd love to see him and Nate Diaz go at it, Sonnen said. Sonnen also disclosed details from a recent conversation with Diaz, in which the Stockton native expressed his desire to return to the UFC, but admitted that no formal discussions had occurred yet. I spoke to Nate 2 days ago. He told me he wanted to return to the UFC, so I asked if he was in talks with them. He said, no, they don't know yet. I wasn't sure what he meant by that, but I suggested he come out to the Ultimate Fighter while I'm there. I told him we could get everyone in the same room. Nate responded, yeah, give me some dates. So I feel like I was missing something somewhere along the way. Sonnen further quoted Diaz, emphasizing that he believes the best fighters in the world are in the UFC, and that's where he needs to be. If the UFC matches him up with Poirier, will Diaz take the fight? The tension between the two has been building, with both fighters trading verbal jabs. Thanks for tuning in. If you're as intrigued by this potential clash as we are, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking MMA news and updates. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss what's next.